If you will please look at the resume examples on the handout that I've sent to you. This is Peyton's. You will see this is how I want your resume formatted. I don't want any different type of styles. Her name, or his name, I can't remember. Contact information. Objective: to obtain a position as an elementary school teacher and or a special education teacher that will utilize my strong passion for children's needs and learning. Space, education, line, and then McPherson College, McPherson, Kansas. Your projected graduation date. Only put your grade point average in here if it's 3.5 or above. If your grade point average is less than 3.5, even if it's 3.45, it's average. People will only pay attention to your grade point average if it's above 3.5. Then put your major. What is your major? And what is your minor? And if you've had anything special that you focused on in addition to your major and minor, you can put that there also. What Peyton did was to put certifications and honors underneath education. I would have put those underneath the employment history. But anyway, you can see this is specific. This is what she had. And then her employment history at Smoky Maze and Mansfield Soccer. Then at the very bottom, your activities in community service. You always need to put the year or years for those activities or certificates or awards, whatever. And in your employment history, you must also put when you've worked there. Now I want to go over here to Mariah's, and most of the other examples show the name and information at the top left rather than the center. Either's okay. My preference, if you've looked at my resume video, is at the top left. You immediately know what you're going to see. Her objective: to obtain a position as a controller of a large music company. It's clear what she wants to do. Her education. If you've had more than one college, you put them in reverse order from the present back in time. So you would put hang on a minute. You put them in reverse order. You put McPherson College, then you'd go to the community college or any other college. You do them in reverse order from the present back in time. Then your experience, and then skills and activities. You'll notice that this is different than in Peyton's. This is skills and activities. Here's Tyler's, activities and involvement. Which do you think looks better? Which do you want to use? And back here to Peyton's, activities, community involvement, certificates, honors. And here's Quinn's, activities and involvements, objective. You can use any of these formats from these examples. You can put Bachelor of Science degree. You have to put the name of your degree. And at this college, McPherson College, you're either getting a Bachelor of Science or a Bachelor of Arts, one or the other. You're not getting a Bachelor of Automotive Restoration Technology or a Bachelor of History. History is your major. The degree is Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Arts. Work experience, you know exactly what his work experience is. The only thing I would have done different here is I would have had a space in here like he has in other places, here and here. So take a look at these 4 examples. See what you think looks best for you, the titles of different parts of your life that you want to stand out, and get to work. After you hear the do's and don'ts, and you look at the rubric, so let's just take a minute to look at the rubric, and in another video we'll do the do's and don'ts. This is a 2-sided rubric. The style, the appearance, and tone. How does it appear? When you look at this, it's clean cut. Everything lines up. And it has to line up. If it doesn't line up, it's sloppy. Don't prepare sloppy work. Highlight your strengths. Make sure that it's for a specific audience. Make sure it's proofread. That means not a single mistake in grammar or spelling. Grammar, punctuation, spelling, make it polished. Contact information. Does it include your name, address, email, phone? Education section. They're in reverse chronological order. Degree sought is spelled out, major if declared, and then your graduation month and year. You may want to put in relevant coursework. I'm thinking especially for automotive restoration students. Some of your coursework might be especially important for someone reading your resume as it relates to the exact job you want. If you're in a history or philosophy and religion, English, your courses may not be that important unless you're after a specific type of job and a specific course helped you prepare for that job. List your GPA in the correct format if it's 3.5 or above only. Your experience section. Again, the entries are in reverse chronological order. You can put the month and the date that you've worked from place to place. Once you have several jobs, if there's ever a break in the jobs, if you go back and look at my resume again, you will not notice in those resumes that twice I had 6 months gaps between when I was hired, when I had a job, because I only list the years. I did not want people asking me, what's the 6 months between jobs about? I didn't want people asking me. Where you're at right now, putting the month and the year for when you began and ended a job is just fine. And if you're still in the job, put to the present. Bullets are concise, direct. Personal pronouns are omitted. If you can, quantify your results. If you can put numbers there, you're better off. And then finally, your skills and interests. And this may include your volunteer activities, community functions, campus activities, awards, recognitions, mission trips, international travel, other languages you speak. Listings have to be concise, and they have to be specific. They cannot be things like a skill, being on time, a skill, getting along with other people, a skill, being able to work individually or with other people. Those are expectations your future employer will have of any particular person he or she hires. Those are not skills. Those are expectations the employer has of you, of anybody that he or she would hire. So make sure the things you put in the skills and interests are relevant to the job you're applying for. Okay. Now I'd like you to go to the second video, which is the do's and don'ts.